The Opium Wars, when trade became a weapon. Continuing our series on invasion, occupation, cultural domination, and cultural evolution. We move to China in the 19th century, where economic pressure turned into military conflict. In the early 1800s, the Qing dynasty controlled one of the largest economies in the world. European merchants, especially from the British Empire, wanted access to Chinese goods such as tea, silk, and porcelain. But China limited foreign trade and demanded payment in silver. Britain found another way. British merchants began selling opium grown in India into China. The addictive drug quickly spread across Chinese society. Silver began flowing out of China instead of into it. Concerned about social and economic damage, Qing officials attempted to stop the trade. In 1839, the Chinese government confiscated and destroyed large quantities of opium belonging to British merchants. Britain responded with military force. Trade disputes had become war. The First Opium War revealed the technological gap between China and industrial Europe. British naval forces used modern steamships and artillery to defeat Qing defenses along China's coast. China was forced to negotiate peace under unfavorable conditions. The war ended with the Treaty of Nanjing. China was required to open several ports to foreign trade, pay large indemnities, grant special legal privileges to foreigners, and cede the island of Hong Kong to Britain. These agreements became known as unequal treaties because they favored Western powers. China maintained sovereignty but lost control over key aspects of its economy. A second conflict, the Second Opium War, forced China to open even more ports and allow foreign diplomats in Beijing. Western nations gained greater commercial and political influence inside China. Economic domination replaced traditional imperial authority. The Opium Wars deeply weakened the Qing government. Foreign influence expanded, and internal rebellions increased as confidence in imperial leadership declined. These pressures contributed to major internal conflicts and reform movements within China later in the 19th century. The wars also reshaped global trade by forcing China into the expanding world economy dominated by industrial powers. The Opium Wars demonstrate another important historical pattern. Economic pressure gives military conflict, gives unequal treaties, gives foreign domination. For AP World students, these conflicts illustrate how industrial powers use trade, technology, and military force to reshape global economic systems. China was not colonized in the same way as India or Africa, but it experienced intense economic and political intrusion from foreign powers.